Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, time of possession is something to watch. The Broncos are top 10 in first downs, and they go up against a Seahawks team that wants to control the game as well. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they come in after a win last week, and it had been some time since we said that. That broke a 9-game skid.
So I'm not sure if that was happiness or relief in their locker room after the last game. Let's see if they can put a second win together.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led out by a man who started more Super Bowls than anyone in NFL history, the great Tom Brady.
I can't help but admire the career Tom Brady has had. The numbers are off the charts. The Super Bowl championships and rings, we know that they are incredible. But how about the durability? Had one season that he missed, most of that season because of a knee injury. The rest of the time, he answers the bell and wills his team to victory more times than not.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 23. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe-tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
First down, here's the run with Anderson. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks right around the 26. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On second down, here's Brady. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Shotgun now for Brady. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now a former New Mexico Lobo, it's Jarrell Presley. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now Wilson. And he fires one incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. And he's got his man. It's Darboh. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 9 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Second down following the incompletion. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now a first down following that long gain. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. About 3 yards there to the 27. The numbers for Rawls from a week ago. 12 carries, 58 yards.
And he scored his first touchdown of the year in last week's game. So now he's hoping that helps establish a rhythm. And maybe now he can score a few in bunches, starting with this one.
Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Iraion Stewart. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs don't work.
Brady to throw on second down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Bobby Wagner coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible.
He's got a man complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995. This is caught inside the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On third down, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on third. Again, Wilson. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only 3 there on the screen and second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On second down, Rawls. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. Down to the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before that. Wilson. And bulldozing his way through. A swing pass caught. 23 yards on the play.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Again, it's Cohen. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd down. That's Cohen, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They come out here in the I. Wilson on the keeper. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Bronco defense comes up big. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
They run it again with Anderson. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Broncos on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Handoff comes to Anderson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Riley Dixon now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now it's Lockett. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First and 10, it's Wilson. Looking for White on the deep ball. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
10 yards still left on second down. Wilson now to throw again. And to the left side here, Wilson. One Wilson to another for a Seahawk first down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. First down, Wilson going up top. The swing pass caught. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one as we send you on down to our studios in Orlando. Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Wilson on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This is Cohen. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Malik McDowell forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Frank Clark in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Frank Clark in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Going to throw deep, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona. The Raiders there have opened a 2-touchdown advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Again, Anderson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back, away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And the wideout in motion. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Marshall coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now Brady, and he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. On 3rd down. That's Cohen. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run for it. Rolls. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So a big story here. Tom Brady off to the sidelines. And coming in to take over is the former Northwestern Wildcat, Trevor Siemian. Now Siemian over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Siemian now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. I I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them. An absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Trevor Siemian and the Broncos heading back out. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll look to throw. Complete outright to Jake Butt. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it. Anderson. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Back to throw. And Rudolph has it left side. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on 3rd down for the Broncos. 47 yards. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Seahawks, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Denver, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.